DroneForMoney.com, and I just wanted to give you a little insight on what we're doing here on the screen here. And today we're just going to go over a few things that you might want to know about, because this is your droning business, and I'm going to help you on the way. So anyways, average hourly rate by industry. Now, if you look right here, oil and gas, we are like $195 an hour. Okay, so that'll consist of construction, flying pipelines, drilling rig activity. There's a lot of sub niches with the oil and gas industry. So that's a very, very interesting niche, is the oil and gas. Now, the next one we're going to look at is the mining. Okay. And those people, as you can see, are, probably about $183, $84 an hour. Okay. Because this is our average hourly rate. And the great thing about mining is you can actually tell the yield of the coal that is coming out, that is piled up into a coal pile. Through this company I'm going to be showing you guys, what happens is you do a flyby with your drone, and you send off that information to this company, and they will send you back the information with all the yields, how much has come, how much has gone. And this is very, very valuable, especially for mining, like coal. Okay. And then, of course, the other one is surveying. Again, we look at they're roughly around $170 an hour. Okay, so that's there's nothing wrong with that, for surveying. Of course, you're probably going to have to know a little bit about surveying to do that. So as for the mining and oil and gas, you could get by, absolutely. Solar, checking out solar panels on roofs, making sure everything's okay, where it's safe for a drone to fly, instead of a human being going up there and possibly slipping and falling. So that's another nice little niche. There's emergency rescue, and along with emergency rescue is surveillance. Whether you're a PI, a policeman, FBI, there's all kinds of them out there. You may know somebody that, maybe you can help them out. Okay, construction. You can tell, go do a flyby, and 1 week. And then the next week, do the same flyby, because you'll have those coordinates in your GPS. And you can actually tell, the drone will tell you how much progress have they gotten. Now, we're all on a timeline, especially when you're building something out there, a big project. And we need to stay in that timeline. Actually, your client needs to stay in that timeline. So, in reality, doing this, he can tell if people are slacking, how much material has been used, where it's been used, so on and so forth. Agriculture, I really like the agriculture one. I have a Phantom 3 Pro. I also have the DJI Spark, and I can utilize both of those for agriculture. And it's quite a lucrative business, because we're helping the farmer save. Okay, so in essence, it's a win-win situation. We're helping the farmer's helping us. We're going to help track his yield, where he should spray, where he shouldn't spray, his pesticides, so on and so forth. Okay, and of course there's real estate, and that's a very lucrative market. Now, the real estate one here, you're going to have to get special drone licenses, because unless you're out in the rural area, but there's always the urban area, and you're going to have to get a special license for that. Okay, so onward and forward. Now, with your drone business, we're going to have what they call, of course, hourly rates based on travel area. So, a lot of us, if you live in a metropolitan city, that whole city is probably considered one zone, depending how big that city is, okay? And, so you're going to have to charge, accordingly. Like, if you look at this one here at the 500 miles outside of your normal home area, that's quite a bit of money they're charging. That's like just for traveling, because, you're going to have to, it's 5 hours away. Obviously, 500 miles, more than 5 hours. So obviously, you're not going to do the job and then travel back. No, you're going to have to rent a hotel room, gasoline, so on and so forth. So, that's about $175 an hour they're charging for the travel on 500 miles. So, that's fair enough. Okay. So that's the hourly rates based on the travel area. Okay. Okay, this is the hourly pricing rates for commercial drone pilots, okay? So there's probably about 28% in the $150 mark range per hour, okay? Of course, then you the 200 and the 250, the 300, then of course all the way up to the $500 an hour. Now, these people doing that $500 an hour, they very well may be in the film industry, very, very big projects like building dams, stuff like that. So you had better be one of the best drones out there, operators, because a drone is only as good as its pilot. Never forget that. And enjoy it and have fun and play safe. Okay. All right. So now here's an interesting one, eh? Hourly price and rates for drone pilots providing mapping services. As you can see here, we're just over 30% at $150 an hour. Okay. So there's lots of room in this market to play with, and without hurting yourself in your hourly wage rate. Okay, so there you go. You just got a little insight on the mapping services as well. Oh, we already done that one. All right. Okay, your medium hourly rates by certification. So what we're saying here is, even guys with no certifications, they're still up around $130, $140 an hour. Okay, and these certifications, in other words, liabilities. Okay, liability insurance. Can you prove you're a good drone pilot? Can you prove you got your certificate for this, that, and the other thing? These things go a long ways. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. All right, so drone jobs and construction, you better believe it. And here's the drone surveillance and police work I was talking to you guys about. There's always something out there for those PIs and everybody else like that. And of course, photography. Okay, so now we're into this company where Drone Deploy. Okay, they have everything you need here. Trust me in this, folks. Agriculture, construction and inspection, survey and mining, insurance, roofing. Wow, the list goes on and on and on. Okay. Okay, how to price your drone mapping services. Well, I don't think it's rocket science, but these people are going to help us. You know, like I explained to you people earlier. It could be based on travel. It could be based on certificates. It could be based on liability insurance. Has a lot of factors to it. So I'll let you guys read this, and I'll slowly scroll down. I'm sure you've finished reading this part. Okay, right here, factors that affect pricing of drone services. And don't forget, I'll leave these links at the bottom of the video for you guys, so you can get in there and have a took a look. Okay, when it comes to pricing drone services, Justin Moore of Airborne Aerial Photography points out that there are there are many variables at play. So it's so-called localized and so different based on your market and based on so many other factors. Okay, there is no magic number, and Justin is right. There is no magic number, and this can be very frustrating, especially for somebody just starting out. You just guys go ahead on reading here. I just got a text message here, and I'm sorry about the interruption. See, here I go again, talking about the travel surcharges, and of course the insurance coverage, the industry, what industry you're in. Now, if you noticed earlier, the oil and gas is a higher number to charge out because you're always going way out in the field and spending a day here, spending a day there. It's simply amazing. And of course, your level of expertise, pricing per acre, market value on ROI, which is return on investment. And here we go again, those travel surcharges, they keep coming up. Well, this is a business where you're traveling and flying. I guess it's no different than being an actual pilot, because they got to drive to work. Then they get on a plane. They fly all over the world. They get dropped off in some city. They have to get a hotel room. They have to eat. And the next day, grab a cab back to the plane. Same difference. Okay, here's a really good one. Insurance coverage and the industry type. Okay. Liability insurance is a must-have for drone service providers, right? It's only common sense to get insurance. A typical insurance policy provides $1 million coverage. However, certain industries, such as mining, require drone pilots to carry larger policies, and so does oil and gas. I used to be a water truck hauler in the oil and gas industry, and I carried $5 million liability just in case, for whatever reason, I run into a wellhead and blow everything all up. The $5 million is going to help me. Okay, sorry about that. I just paused the video there. I had an important text message I had to answer. All right, so back to business. The insurance coverage and the industry type, as I was saying, that will fluctuate. Insurance isn't that expensive, so I suggest you go ahead and get it. You don't want a personal liability as well. So always protect yourself and others and the environment. Deliverables and quality. And this is very important as well because, at the end of the day, the deliverables are what matter most, especially to a client, because he needs you to come through for him. You're there for a reason. You're starting this business. Act professional and do professional. Okay. You guys go ahead and read through that. You can actually pause the video and read it if I'm going too fast for you. Okay. Whoop. A little too fast for everybody. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Isn't that a beautiful looking crop? Well, maybe somewhere in that crop there's an infestation of bugs. And sometimes what farmers will do is they may walk their field looking for those tiny little buggers, okay? So if you got a drone, it will spot these things. And don't be fooled, okay? Because this little guy here can do the job, okay? Do not be fooled by this thing. This thing can fly up to 2 kilometers away, and this is a DJI Spark, okay? It's just a little guy. It's got the folding wings, but not the folding arms. And this is one powerful unit. Along with Drone Deploy, you can absolutely do agriculture with this little perfectly beautiful drone. You see that? It even has a gimbal. Hey, isn't that amazing? Okay, so we're going to read a little about pricing per acre. And again, it's always different depending where you are, depending how far it is, so on and so forth. Sometimes it's best just to start out per hour. I know a fella personally. I live in Fort St. John, British Columbia, Canada. So we get quite the mean winters up here. And of course, there's a lot of bugs and whatnot in the summertime. And we do have a lot of farming. And I met this fella down on Dawson Creek, which is about 45-minute drive from here. He works for Co-op. Co-op sent him to droning school. He goes out and does this. He flies around with farmers' fields. And he does it in 28 minutes. Completely on autopilot. Now, Co-op charges 160 acres, quarter section, $450. You people do the math. And again, of course, the market value and return on investment, ROI, for our clients. These farmers, they got a hard enough time dealing with weather and their crops. So get out there, do your best, do your due diligence, and give him back a good report. So, because if he can catch an infestation in time, boy, oh boy, you sure saved that farmer a lot of money. And of course, the total time spent and the factors, they just go on and on and on. But as you progress in this business, you will get it all figured out. I kid you not. And I'll be there to help along the way as well. Like I said, if I'm going too fast for you on this slideshow here, just pause the video and read. Okay, these are some of the slides that I had showed you earlier. Very, very interesting. And this is coming from a multi-million-dollar company, Drone Deploy. Again, I'll have a link for everybody to sign up with these people afterwards. They do charge a monthly fee. That's just the way it is in business, though. Believe me, for what they're going to charge you a month, it's pocket change. What you're going to be making. The starting of a drone pilot can make up to $60,000 a year. And there's not really a big cap on that, because as you advance in your droning career, so will what's a better word I'm looking for? So will your knowledge and how to do stuff. It's just like anything else. You start at the bottom and work your way up. But with the droning business, you can work your way up very, very fast. Okay, here's that hourly rate again. You see, right at the bottom here. Anything up to 500 miles outside of your local area. You know, these people are charging like $170 an hour, and rightly so. They have expenses to look after. Gasoline, wear and tear in their vehicle, hours lost when you could be droning elsewhere. You may have to get a hotel, and you might have to stay there a couple nights. And again, here's our certifications. Get as many as you can. You know, some are $500, some are cheaper, some are more. But if you're certified and you have your insurance, you're going to have a very reputable company. And you can always subcontract out to other companies like Drone Deploy. If you go through all their training and whatnot, they will hire you and put you on their board. And when people call in, they'll put you to work. Isn't that nice? And you ride on their liabilities and insurance, providing you have all the training. And of course, where to learn more. Well, lucky for you, I got the answer. Right here with Drone Deploy. I use them, and I would be lost without them. And I use all of DJI equipment for droning. It's just a match made in heaven. And you don't have to believe me. Check these people out. And again, I will have the links for you people. So there you go. There you have it. I hope you enjoyed this slideshow. And again, if I've gone too fast, just pause the video as you go along and have a good read. It's very educational, and you're going to know what you're up to. And not only that, you can start picking your niche markets, through this. Instead of going out and, you can go out and buy a Spark, for about $700, and you can start off like that. Or, you can go out and buy the Phantom 4 Professional at about $2,600. And of course, you're always going to have to get extra batteries. Never forget to have extra batteries. That goes a long ways. There's other new technology coming out where drones can fly up to like 2 hours, 75 kilometers away. And if you're interested in those ones, please shoot me an email. I can get a hold of the company and give you their website, telephone number, all that good pertinent information. But these are not cheap drones, boys and girls. We're talking $20,000 up to $30,000, but they're well worth it. And these drones are basically focused on safety, search and rescue, stuff like that. But I was talking to their company, and you never put all your eggs in one basket, so to say. And they've gone ahead and done that. And I'm really, really trying to get them to open up the doors, because they do have a very viable product. Unfortunately, their product is not compatible with Drone Deploy. But I think if we can get Drone Deploy working together with this other company, they can make things happen. Anyways, this is Darren. Drone, excuse me, droneformoney.com. I'm glad you came here, and I hope I showed you some good insights here. Keep on watching. I got more videos to come. Right on. Thanks.